A glass ball is placed on the ground. It actually rolled out of the building by itself. Deshuan froze. This is a new house. Is it built crooked? In the evening, Deshuan put the glass ball on the ground again. The ground is found to be level. Wife complains that he thinks too much. But late at night, it's raining outside. Several large cracks appeared in the house. Even the ground sank a few centimeters. The next day, the master who lived in the same building saw the glass shattered. Reach out. Okawa, who went home on the other side, found there were cracks in the ground. He thinks there must be something wrong with the house. He immediately called the government. Hope they can fix it. But according to the regulations, requires signatures from all building owners. Okawa called all the residents together. But others feel, if there is a problem with the quality of the house, will cause their house prices to fall. Besides, this is just what Okawa said alone. They didn't notice anything wrong with the building, even if this thing fails. But on this day, the master is chatting with the uncle upstairs opposite. Building shakes violently. Huge crack in the ground. The whole building began to collapse violently. Da Chuan was also frightened by the scene in front of him. The problem is more serious than he thought. The master on the roof asked the uncle on the opposite side to call the police, but the words haven't come out yet. The whole building began to sink rapidly. The uncle on the other side was dumbfounded. Soon, the whole building completely disappeared from the ground. Fell into the ground several hundred meters deep. Countless rubble fell from the sky. The smashed building is falling faster and faster. Fortunately, the quality of the building is not bad. Stairs stuck in pit wall. The building stopped. Deshuan got up from the ground. Just went outside to check the situation. The building starts to sink again. The master hasn't responded yet. A car fell, and then fell from the roof into Deshuan's room. Deshuan found that there were people in the car. Get him out now. The two searched for survivors in the building. Only one woman was found, and the master who nearly died, for risk being smashed. Go upstairs to look for cell phone signal. But they were disappointed. In the depths of thousands of meters, all they have left is despair. Look at the huge pit in the ground. The rescue team tied the rope and prepared to go down to rescue. But don't go down for a while. The surrounding gravel keeps falling. They can only end the rescue plan. The 4 people trapped underground can only save themselves. At this time, there was a strange noise from the utility room on the roof. They opened it up. It's the master's son, Xiaoxi. The teacher did not panic after seeing the situation, but calmly tell everyone to look for living supplies. Find a way to survive before waiting for rescue. On the ground, the rescue team is ready to dispatch the drone to go down to check the situation. But halfway down, there is no signal. Fell straight down. The people below were excited to see the drone. I finally saw hope. But that's when the building began to fall again, and began to tilt to one side. The big one was not caught for a while and was thrown out. Fortunately, several people threw out the cable in time. Everyone worked hard to save the big guy back. But suddenly the cable can't bear this tension. Break directly. The master didn't stand still, falling back into the mudslide below. Xiaoxi sees his father killed. I jumped without thinking. Father and son are getting deeper and deeper, looking to go west. Da Chuan ran downstairs and smashed the window with a chair. Rescued the two. Then the drone suddenly had a signal. Fly back to the ground. The rescue team saw the footage taken by the drone. Learned that there are survivors. Quickly dropped supplies below. Several people are very happy after receiving the supplies. There are not only oxygen cylinders. There is also a satellite phone. They hurriedly used the phone. Tell the rescue team the following situation. At this time, Okawa's wife rushed over. Told him a terrible thing. Son still stuck in parking lot. Due to the heavy rain in the past 2 days, the parking lot is about to be flooded. My son is sitting in the car, shouting mom and dad. Da Chuan decides to go down from the elevator to the parking lot to save his son, and the rescue team on the ground also began to operate. They lowered the rescue tube with an oversized crane. But right now, the apartment next to the giant pit is also out of balance. Fell down, but luckily it got stuck halfway down. But the items in the house keep falling. Deshuan escaped death. I finally found my son. Deshuan carried his son and climbed up a little bit. It's hard to get to the top. Several people above heard his cry for help. Pull him up together. At this time, the water has risen to the top of the building. And there's a building above them. It may fall off at any time. Then the woman saw a bucket. Thought of a way. Just collect enough flotsam to make a boat. They can float on the water a little bit. Just when a few people were looking for floating objects, a huge water storage tank floated over. Found by the master. Several people saw hope in an instant. Because there is enough shelter for everyone. Everyone climbed into the vat one by one. But when it was the master's turn, he refused. Because someone has to be outside to close the lid. So everyone is safe. I haven't waited for everyone to stop. The master screwed the lid on right outside. At this time, water poured in from all directions. Water level rises rapidly. The building above also fell. The big quilt was smashed into the depths by the building. Fortunately, the people inside rolled the vat in time. It was by chance that he floated up at the bottom of the building. But the vat got tangled up in the cable again during the ascent. Several people kept beating inside. Let the vat keep shaking. Only then did I get rid of the shackles of the cable and continue to rise. But it's not over yet. Due to the rapid rise, the vat was pierced directly by the steel pipe. A lot of water came in. Don't hurry to figure out a way. How many people are sure to die? At this critical moment, the master appeared. He bites the oxygen cylinder with his mouth. Foot after foot towards the vat. Finally got the bucket out. But no pipe. There's a big hole in it. The water came in faster. At this time, the big one had an idea. Punched out. The crisis is finally over. But the vat rises too fast. The master tried his best but failed to catch. He slowly sank to the depths of the water. But man has his own help. The wires on the vat caught his feet. By the buoyancy of the vat, they were finally rescued. On the water, the master opened the jar. Several people who survived the 9th death finally survived. They were then pulled back to the ground by rescue teams. They hugged tightly with their families. The movie ends here. This story tells us, whatever the danger, do not give up.